Malik. We'd like to thank everybody who listens and watches this show. And we are back. And I'm here in the studio. We got a little different look here going on in the studio. We got another couch coming and some other things coming. But please don't forget to follow us at convoswithmalik.com, conversations with Malik. And listen, we're here. Check us out on all our social media links. Instagram, at ConWMalik. YouTube, Facebook, Conversations with Malik. And let's get to it. Because everybody's talking about how bad 2020 is. And they're saying, I can't wait until 2020 is over. But I got a little surprise. And I want to say something to people. Appreciate where you are in life right now in this moment. Because it's possible that 2021 could be so bad that you might want 2020 back. And I'm serious. Why are we rushing to the future? I can't wait for 2020 to be over. How you know you ain't gonna die in 2021? How you know one of your kids ain't gonna get fatally killed or murdered in 2021? How do you know that you're not gonna have a severe car accident in 2021 that's gonna sever your legs? I know we got a new administration coming in. How we know what they gonna do? I mean, I voted for them and everything. I get it. And the year started out fucked up. It did. The year started out with Kobe getting killed. And then right after Kobe, it was Pop Smoke. And then after Pop Smoke, coronavirus. Trump, at his best. I get it, it was tough. But there's been worse years than 2020, people. You want to talk to the people from the Great Depression? Huh? Why don't you talk to one of the survivors from the Great Depression? That went on for years. Why don't you talk to somebody from Rwanda that was in the civil wars? Why don't you speak to some people who lived in the Congo? Talk to them. Why don't you just sit down and have a conversation with somebody that lived in Kabul during the Iraq War when our country invaded? Talk to them about how life was for years. Us as Americans were so spoiled, right? And I get it. Trust me, I'm in this. My businesses are down. Some of my stuff is closed. Yeah, we're still up and running somewhat to capacity. Well, I can keep a roof over my head, thank God. But we're not rocking out like we were. I get it, times are tough. I know people who have businesses, that their businesses are closed. Businesses that's been in the families for generations, 30, 40 years. I get it. We all know people that have passed away as a result of this illness. I know families who lost multiple people in the family from coronavirus. I get it. But, remember the spiritual principle of present moment awareness. Present moment awareness. Let's stay in the day. Let's stay in today. Let's not project. Don't project. Because it could always be worse. It could get worse. And I'm not the doom and gloom person. I'm very optimistic. I get it. Biden's in, voted for. Kamala Harris, first African American, first woman vice president. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Kudos. right? We made some progress. We getting the orange orangutan out of office, whether he wants to leave or not. He gonna have to leave. He can't stay. He's gonna have to leave. I get it. But the vaccines are on the way. Vaccines are doing well. Pfizer, Moderna, and the other one that starts with an A, I forgot what it was. 95%, I know, 95% effectiveness. I know some of y'all got different opinions on, okay, vaccines and this and that, and I get it. Us of African American descent, we know what some of these vaccines and some of these treatments have done on us in certain, we was told we was being administered vaccines and we was being put on trial as guinea pigs for stuff that they know wasn't going to work. I get that. But we all get vaccinated as children against illnesses. And some of y'all hit me up. Tell me how you feel about the vaccine. What do you think about the vaccine? Let me know. But I get it. But we take vaccines for stuff that used to kill people in the 1800s, early 1900s, from malaria to polio to smallpox. We get vaccinations for that, so we don't get sick from it and die. And vaccines aren't foolproof. There's people that still die from the flu. There's people that die from asthma. There's people that die from the common cold. It depends on your constitutional makeup. But the vaccines are coming. So I can see light. I can see light at the end of the tunnel. The light is there. Hopefully it's not a train. Yeah. Hopefully the light ain't a train, but the light's there. But let me say this. Don't project. Don't project. Because 2021 could be so bad that you can want 2020 back. Now I'm telling you, I've been there. I've gone through tough times in my life thinking that, yo, man, it can't get no worse than this. It can get worse. You know? I've seen people divorce people, get with somebody else, and wish they had their ex back. I know, I've seen it. I've seen people move from one neighborhood to another, and once they got to that neighborhood, wish they was back in their old neighborhood. I've seen people move out of state, buy different cars, and wish they had kept the old car. Huh? I went and joined another gym, left my old gym and wound up going back because I missed the old gym. I didn't realize what I had. Well, as bad as things can seem sometimes, they could always be worse. I remember this old man told me a story, and listen, check out this story. He said, Malik, it could always be worse. And let me tell you a story. He said, so one day, a couple of my friends, they was over at this woman's house. They met her night before at a bar, and she took them all home, and they was there having wild sex, having a good night, drinking, smoking, having a good time. But the husband was supposed to be gone for a couple of days. The husband comes back home and they hear somebody coming in the door and they're like, who's this coming in the door? She's like, that's my husband, but he was only supposed to be gone for a couple of days. And they're like, well, why you didn't tell me you had a husband? So they go hide. He said, so one of my friends hid in the closet. So the guy came in, he noticed that things was all, the husband come in, he noticed that things are all messed up in the house. So he grabs his pistol and he says, I know somebody's here. So he goes in the closet, he shoots one of his friends and kills him. Closet. He checks behind the dresser. He shoots and kills his other friend. And the guy was like, man, that was one of the worst days of my life. Those was my two best friends, but it could have been worse. And I mean, what do you mean it could have been worse? He said, because he could have found me under the bed. It could have been worse. He could have found me under the bed. So just when you think that things are horrible, they could always be worse. Appreciate. If your family lived through this right now, appreciate it. Come on, Coco, come here. Got a little Coco here. Appreciate it. If your family, if you haven't lost anybody in your family during COVID, guess what? You're doing good. If some of y'all are still working, you're doing good. It could be worse. But let me tell you something. Appreciate where we are today. Appreciate what you have. Because it could always be worse. Because they could have found me under the bed. Right? So let's not get too far into 2021. 2021 is going to take care of itself when we get there. We got work to do once we get there. And when we get there, there's going to be another set of challenges that we're going to have to be ready to deal with. Thanks for tuning in. Conversations with Malik. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and check us out. Okay? Got my little doggy here getting all wrapped up in my stuff. And remember, Brother Malik loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace.